How do you access clean drinking water? Maybe you might use a faucet, maybe a water fountain, maybe you get water from a water bottle. All of these ways are ways that you access clean drinking water. This water has been cleaned and filtered before it even reaches your home. Does everybody have access to clean drinking water though? Let's think about that. So water around the world, some people uh, do have different ways of getting water. Some areas use wells, like you see right here. Others might use the river and go directly to the river to get their water. There might be some type of spout set up near the home or some self-made filtration systems that were created just so that they could have access to clean drinking water. Not everyone has in the world has access to clean drinking water. We're going to find out why. So why do we even need clean drinking water anyhow? That is the main question. Is clean drinking water even important? So our learning target today I will learn why clean drinking water is important so that I can compare how clean drinking water is accessible to only a small percentage of the population and it must be filtered. I'll know I'll have it when I can design a filtration system to support the process of cleaning drinking water and explain why filtration systems are important. So we're going to learn today why clean drinking water is actually important and how it's only accessible to some people and not everyone, and what you can do to um, make sure everyone everywhere can have access to clean water. First thing I want to talk about is the water and sanitation. So over 7,803 million people do not have access to clean water. That is a lot of people. 2.4 billion people worldwide lack proper sanitation. So that means that they are drinking and using the water that they also are cleaning and relieving themselves in. Yes. 1,000 children die every day due to preventable water and sanitation related diarrhea diseases. So because the water they're drinking is dirty, it's getting into their system and causing these waterborne illnesses that is causing them to die. And then 1.8 billion people globally use source of drinking water that contains poop in it. Yes, poop, you guys. So just think about if you had to drink water that had poop in it. It wouldn't be so you wouldn't want to drink it. But if that's all you knew, that's what you're going to drink. So it's important that we start thinking about how fortunate we are that we do have these filtration systems in place for us to have drinking water because not every place has that. Clean drinking water means health, good health, and more. So we're going to watch a video about how um, a someone, how people in different areas filter their own water because they don't have, not everyone in the world has homes with working water pipes and able to go out and just buy water. Some have to actually use water from the river or the well, like in the pictures that I showed you. And they have to clean their own water. So we're going to watch a video to see how they make that happen. And I'm going to stop as the video goes just so we can answer some questions. So it looks like they've created a simple filtration system that people can use in their home to clean their water. Why has that been important? Well, in the video, it says that kids were dying from diarrheal diseases from drinking the dirty water. And as you can see in the beginning of the video, it was animals in the water. So not only were they using that same exact water, the animals are using that water as well. So it's not just contaminated for the people, it's actually harming their animals as well because that's the animals that they also have to eat. So they had to create these things for them because it was affecting health. It's affecting more too, which we'll find out in the video. So because the state doesn't have enough money to facilitate these um, filtration systems that are needed to be in place for people to have clean drinking water, they're creating their own and they're very, very cost efficient. So you're going to get to see here in the video how they're helping and educating people on how to create these filtration systems in their own home. Mhm. So not only are they creating these filtration systems for the home, they're also creating it for the school. They are making these so that kids won't fall sick and won't have to be out of school for so long because I'm assuming when you're sick, you probably can't go to school. So it's very important for them to have access for it in their home. It's also important for them to have access to it in their schools as well. So the fact that they are making sure that schools are also having access to it is really good. Now that they have clean water, they're able to actually plant things that's going to help their environment. So that's really, really important. So not only is it helping with their health, it's helping with the environment as well. It's helping them be able to save money because now they're not needing to buy all this firewood and everything to even boil the water or cook. They can just use the filtration systems. So as you can see, clean drinking water is very beneficial because it's for health, it's for the environment. So in this video, they created a filtration system so people can have access to clean drinking water. We find out that clean drinking water is really, really important for things like health, for the environment, and for saving money as well. So just to take a few look at how this is broken down, the blue is actually what covers all of the little to no no water scarcity. So these are the areas, and as you can see, United States has a lot of blue, letting us know that we have adequate water system or filtering water systems set up so that we're able to access clean drinking water. We do have some areas where it is some physical water scarcity. Um, that just means that the area that they're in, they may have the money, but the water is getting contaminated somehow. So we might need to do some type of improvement there. But overall, the United States and Canada, there is clean, accessible to drinking water. What I really want us to focus on is this yellow area, economic water scarcity. That's saying that they do not have the money, the resources that they need in order to build accessible drinking water for everyone here. It's not fair, right? So that's why in the video you see that they're creating these homemade type of filtration systems so people in areas like this can still have access to clean drinking water. Then we have areas like right here that are approaching physical water scarcity. Those are areas that you will more likely see using the well to access their clean drinking water, and they may still have to filter the water as well. So, economy, the money matters when it comes to creating a area or creating water lines for clean water. So, is it fair or not fair that everyone does not have access to clean drinking water? I feel like that question is definitely answered by saying no, because we need clean drinking water. Water scarcity and sanitation in Africa, over 695 million of a global 2.4 billion people living without improved sanitation facilities live in the sub-Saharan Africa. So a lot of the areas here are suffering from not having clean drinking water. Why is clean drinking water important? Well, water scarcity in Africa is affecting the health. So the unclean drinking water is contributing to the spread of waterborne diseases like typhoid fever, diarrhea, death, and everything else. And these two, even chlorea and dentistry, den, dentistry, den, dentistry. Can't say the name, but it's another type of waterborne disease. It's also causing social and economic impacts. So because kids are getting sick and falling ill, they're not able to get the education that they need. So they're not coming to school. And then if the schools do not have clean water, then they're still getting um, more of these this type of illnesses that will not make them better. So it starts affecting their health and their strength. It also affects agriculture. So the farming, because the water is dirty, the trees and the plants are not able to get the nutrients that it needs. So that's why all of these things are really, really important as far as filtering your water so that you can have access to everything that you need. This is the basic needs of a human being to have clean water. Without it, we will suffer. So, in conclusion, we do need clean water to live and to thrive. We need it for our health. We need it for the environment. We need it for growing things. We need it for life. It's a part of our well-being. So yes, clean water is very important. I know sometimes we don't think about that because of all the water filtration systems that we have already in place in our state. But we want to think about other people who do not have access to clean drinking water. So I want you to imagine that you lived in an area with no access to clean drinking water. And what kind of filtration system would you create to have access to it? You're going to create a filtration system with with a paper cup, straws, tape, water mixture that I will provide to you, and the water plate, a paper plate, and a coffee filter. With these materials, you're going to create a filtration system that you think will be successful in creating or making water clean and drinkable to drink. Of course, you will not be actually drinking this water, but you're going to demonstrate how the water gets clean by using these materials. Then after you have created your filtration system, you're going to tell me why you think it's important for a filtration system to be in place for areas with dirty drinking water in 3 to 5 sentences based on what you learned today. So, let me give you your materials and we're going to get started.